All right. I'm sorry about that. We was having a little technical difficulties in the back end, but we are okay and set. For so those of you who did not hear the intro, we are Wake Up and Win Morning Podcast powered by CTR Media Network. Our podcast is all about fueling your mindset with positivity, elevating your business. If you happen to be a podcast or TV host, it will help you as well. We inspire you to take positive daily actions every day. We give you powerful insights, simple, actionable strategies, a quote, a Bible verse, and a call to action to help you reach your level of success. Now, today we are live way earlier than we normally be going live because, listen, I'm going to be for real, for real. I have a long day ahead of me in a good way, and I want to make sure that I come live as promised. So today's topic of discussion is the legacy mindset and how can you and I live for something bigger than we are. Okay, bigger than yourself. And so one thing is we're speaking about this topic of success and we're going to be hitting on this a whole lot because many of us we want to achieve success but you may not know how to achieve it and not know how to use what you already have in order to obtain success because success means different things. It's not just financial. But true success isn't about what you build for yourself. It's about what you leave behind for others. And so many times as we get caught up in seeing what's on media and what's going on, we start thinking more of self. It's self-consuming. But when we think about what real true legacy is really about what I build to leave for my family and generations behind me and what you build to leave for your family and generations behind you. So what are five different tips or strategies that you can use to help you leave a legacy? It can be a legacy of finance, which most people can identify with. It can be a legacy of knowledge, recipes, um, health and wellness strategy. It can be a variety of different things that can be listed as or deemed as successful. So let's number one, you need to think beyond today. I need you to start asking yourself this question. What impact do I want to leave on the world? I know for me, what I would like to leave on the world, one of the things is that I want to create content that will leave a lasting impression, that the content is evergreen. So no matter what time I record the episode, like now, or anything in the future, that the information, the content is still relevant and still can be used and still can be beneficial to motivate someone to have the courage to walk into their destiny, their purpose. And so that's why I talk about these topics like this, not just for today, but for the people who's going to listen to this when I'm no longer here, so they can have a voice, a sounding board to let them know that everything is going to be okay. And if they don't have anyone in their corner, I can be that one that's in their corner, even though they don't know me. But they can hear the sound of my voice, they can hear the things that I'm saying, and it can hit home to resonate with them to let them understand their value and their worth. And then by that, they move forward. And so that's one of mine. One of the things that I want to leave on the world. I want to make sure that people understand how important they are, right? Even if you don't feel like you are. Number two, you can invest in people. Mentorship and leadership multiplies your influence. So when you put yourself in a position of servitude, meaning investing in people with knowledge, time, effort, funds, whatever the case may be, right? You are developing skills that is going to help you be a better leader, but also by you helping them get to reach their goal, it's going to also help the people who you help other people, and it is just a multiplying effect. And in turn, being that they started with you and grew, it builds your influence and your credibility for whatever it is that you're providing, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, or whether it's a combination of both. Because for me, I have some amazing people in my life, and anytime I meet someone that needs a service like that, I'm ready to refer and recommend the people who have helped me. So become that to someone else. Number three, you need to create systems that outlive you. So right now, I am using social media. Why? Is because social media is an evergreen product. What is evergreen? Evergreen means that it's going to be here for a lifetime. I don't see in the near future that social media is going to ever go away. I see there's going to be more social media platforms than ever before because there's more people building independent platforms as well as the ones that are common to us like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and it goes on and on and on. And so, with building a legacy, you need to make sure that you create systems that outlive you. So, I write my ideas in books, I write my ideas in magazines, my strategies. I have courses, I have podcasts with an S. Okay, I just don't have one podcast, I have more than one. Like, this is one of the podcasts that I have. I have about 4 or 5 podcasts, okay, talking about different subjects. This is something that I'm leaving a legacy. I'm also on television. So I leave these little tidbits of legacy so that when I'm no longer here, my family, my great, 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 great grandchildren can be able to hear, see, and know how their grandmother felt on certain things, or see and be able to get encouragement. And even down to individuals that I helped in the community, they share with their family things that I have done, things that I'm doing, and it can share. So, what is it that you can do? What system can you create right now that will enable you, even when you're no longer here, to be able to leave a legacy to continue outside of you being here? Now, I plan to be here for 120 years. Living 120 years. But after that, I want to make sure that I'm still helping people, right? That is the power of video. That is the power of audio, having a podcast. So if you have something you want to say and something that you want to help people, I encourage you guys to start a podcast while you still can. Because right now, everyday people doing extraordinary things can easily get into starting a podcast. If you want to know how to start a podcast for free, because normally I charge a fee, I am right now offering my free podcast course for absolutely free. You only thing you have to do is download the CTR Media Network app on your Apple phone or your Google or Android phone, and go down to the events and webinar channel or workshop TV channel, and you will see how to start a podcast from scratch. I encourage you to go ahead and start it on today. Many of you sitting on the sidelines watching other people do the things that you know that you need to be doing, but maybe fear or you don't have everything you want to have in order, you decide that you're not going to do it. But I'm here today. This is your confirmation. Go ahead and do that podcast. Start that podcast today. And then when you're ready to get high level streaming distribution, then you come on over to CTR Media Network, and we'll stream your content to 140 countries and reaching 350 million households. The fourth thing you need to do is operate with integrity. Your reputation will outlast your career. So if you work a traditional 9 to 5, if you're an entrepreneur, or you're a mix of both, keep in mind that you should always keep your principles, your morals, your standards, your ethics, and your integrity intact. You should never compromise any of that to build legacy. You should build your legacy on strong foundation, because at the end of the day, your name means something. So when people hear your name, when people say your name, how do they feel? What emotion do they feel attached to you and who you are? And so keep that in mind. That is another thing that can build a lasting legacy. Number 5, give back. The more you serve others, the greater your legacy will be. Let me say that again. You need to learn to give back. And many times we think about giving back in it always, we feel like it should always include or be attached to money. But there are so many ways that you can give back. Because right now people are having difficulty for the most part with money. So how can you still give back even if you don't have the monetary money to do so? Maybe your heart want to give money, but your pockets is saying something different. So let me give you a couple ways that you can still give back without giving cash money. You can give of your time, you can give of your knowledge, you can give of your resources. Resources meaning maybe you have some clothes in your closet that are perfectly great clothes, but you haven't worn them in a year or two. They're just sitting back in your closet, some shoes, some scarves, some dresses, some pants, some coats, some jackets, shorts. Why keep that? If you haven't worn it in a year or two, 9 times out of 10, you don't have no immediate plans to wear it. Why not donate that? And guess what? When you donate it to a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, you can actually be rewarded by getting a tax break to lower your tax bill on your taxes. So it will be a good thing to give. Maybe you have furniture in your storage unit or in your home that you're just not using or in your storage. You have a lamp, you have shoes, you have jewelry. Maybe you have little whatnots, books, magazines, videotapes, DVDs, televisions. Think about what it is that you have that could be of use to someone else that you're just not using. It's not anything wrong with it, but you're not using it. Think about how you can give back to ones who may need a television. How about ones who have more than one car? Maybe you have 3, 4, 5 cars, and and car 3, 4, and 5 is just sitting in the yard. How can you help someone else? You know of a mother or a father in need that need transportation. All that is things that you can help other people with that do not necessarily involve money, but it holds value. Maybe it could be something as simple as you going down to the nursing home and reading a book to an older person who family members don't come see them as often. Sitting with them playing checkers, going down to a foster home with foster children and saying some positive words, going down to the homeless shelter and volunteering. These are all ways in which you can give back without giving money, but you're giving of your time, your resources, your expertise, your sweat equity. And so all of these actually help you build legacy and also change your mindset. And you're doing something that is bigger than you, and you will feel very good at the end of the day once you see how something that you thought was insignificant, how it actually changed somebody's life. So let me give you a quote. It's a Greek proverb that says, a society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. Let me read it again. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never set in. What does that mean? It means if I, Tina, plant a tree today, that more than likely in my lifetime, I will not be able to see the tree grow to its full adulthood where it will be able to give me shade to be able to set up under. Because the average tree take between uh I know a pine tree take at least about 40 to 50 years to get to its full capacity. And if I'm planting a tree and I'm in my 40s and it's 50, 60 years later, it can give or take. So that is how we grow and build a good society is by leaving our legacy with what we have to offer. Okay. And so let me give you a Bible verse before I go. Proverbs 13:22 says, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children. Proverbs 13:22 says, a good man leave an inheritance to his children. And it can be good man, good woman. We want to leave our children not just money, not just things, but values, ethics, morals, standards, principles. ways to be a good citizen, how to maneuver in this world in a positive, productive way. Hey, Margie, welcome to the live. And so we want to think about ways in which we can leave a lasting positive impact. And see, that is the true legacy mindset, living for something bigger than yourself. You understand that what you're building now, that you will not reap the full benefit. You're building for the future. I know everything that I'm building right now, my husband and I, that we are not going to reap the full benefits of our hard work that we're doing. Our children will, and their children will. But we are fine with that because we want them to have a better life than we had. We want them to have opportunities that we never had. We want them to have the ability to make a choice. Do I want to work a regular job, or do I want to go into the family business? I didn't have that option. My option was go ahead, you got to get a job and get whatever job is available. Don't be picky and choosy. Whatever job is available, because we had a high unemployment rate in our local town. So whatever is available, you just better take it, whether you like it or not, because you have to survive. Well, we want our children to have choices, okay? So I understand that my husband and I understand that what we're building now, we will not reap the full benefit. We're going to feel benefits from it, but we're not going to reap the full benefits of the labor, the work, the investment that we're putting in today. We are building for our future, the legacy of our family lineage that's coming behind us that will never meet us. We're thinking of them and our children, their children, their children, and it goes down the line. We're building for them. What are you building for? Are you being selfish and thinking about yourself only? Or are you thinking about how you're going to make life different for your family? How you are going to be the one that changed the trajectory of your family? And working in order to do that, and understand that this is what a legacy builder does. A legacy builder understands the assignment and build it faithfully, regardless of whatever inconveniences that we feel at the time. Because we understand the bigger picture. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. Margie said, yes, so true. We understand it's bigger than us at the end of the day. And so what I want you to do is that on today, because I know that Mondays can be those days where we feel like, oh, it's Monday. Can we just rewind? You know, I'm aging myself talking about rewind. Can we just go back to the weekend? I need to do a redo. Well, we can't redo it. We have to go ahead, press forward into the beginning of the week. I want you to start building legacy. And don't think just because I'm an entrepreneur, 100, I am a full-time entrepreneur, that it's only for entrepreneurs. This is not just for entrepreneurs. You can build a legacy even if you work a traditional 9 to 5. You just have to use what you have and build properly. Okay? This is for both categories, entrepreneurs as well as traditional 9 to 5 workers. We can build legacy. You have to start with your mind, figure out what it is that you want to do, what impact that you want to leave. Then you need to invest in people. You need to invest in yourself so that you can get proper mentorship. And you need to develop the skills to be a proper leader so that you can multiply your influence by the deeds and the work that you do. Then you need to create systems that outlive you. What is it that you can do to make sure that when you're no longer here, people are still being able to be touched, being able to be moved, be able to walk in purpose because of you? I choose to use podcasting, social media, TV streaming, and media because I understand that media is going to be here forever. Now, what type of media? It can change, but media is not going anywhere. It's going to be more advanced. and it's going to do more things. Stop being afraid of it. Utilize it in a right way. You don't have to use it in a bad way like some people do it, but use it in a proper way so that you can build your digital legacy imprint that now your family can actually connect with you in the different stages of your life. I created a lot of videos, not only to help people who I don't know, but also to help and inspire my family members who will never meet me. They don't have to wonder how was their great grandmother. They're gonna know how I was because I put out enough videos, thousands and thousands of videos and audios and books and magazines and features and everything when people feature me and this stuff that they are going to be able to get to know me, hear my voice, my laugh, being able to see what I don't like, what I do like, because I'm very vocal on that type of stuff, right? And so, what are you doing so that you will never be forgotten? What are you doing? So, instead of just listening on social media, be involved. Start creating your digital imprint. Because I guarantee it's someone that needs to hear what you have to say that will not move unless they hear the words coming out of your mouth, not my mouth, your mouth. Because everyone on the face of the planet is placed here on an assignment. The problem is many of us do not understand our assignment. But every person on this earth has some sort of assignment that we are supposed to complete. And if we don't do what we're supposed to do, a group of people or a person can't get what they need. We are all interconnected. The human race, not color of skin, the human race, we are all interconnected. All of us. And everybody needs somebody. Some of us, shoot, I need more than one person. But I'm just saying, everybody needs somebody. There is nobody on the earth that don't need anybody. Now, some of us choose to be that lone person, to be alone because of experiences, but we thrive better when we have people. We was built to have community. We was built on the foundation of having a family. You know why? It's because that's the way God said it. Think about Adam and Eve. That was his wife. That they built a family, and that family produced children. And those children produced children that had their own families. So it shows you how important connection and family and people and community is. Even animals have community, but we call them herds. It's important to life. It's important to livestock. Chickens, bulls, all of these lions, they travel in packs. Elephants, they travel in herds. So that shows you the pattern that we was built on, that we was created on. We was created for community. We was created to cohabitate together. And so how are you leaving? And well, first, how are you building? And then what are you leaving behind so that your pack, your community will have what they need and you will constantly be able to feed them this knowledge and this information the only way that you can give it for centuries and centuries to come. I need you to think about that for a moment. I need you to let that just really simmer for a moment because I don't think you realize how important you are. That's how important you are. I have heard people say the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then one day another person come along and say the exact same thing that I heard for years that I did not move on. And then when this person came into my life, I moved and I took action. You know why? It's because that person was put on the earth for me, to move me. Even though those other people said it, but that they weren't on my assignment. They wasn't assigned to me. It was good information. I was moved a little bit, but it did not make me execute and take action until I heard it from the person in which I needed to hear it from, for me to make the move to start walking into my purpose. It's the same way with you and I. There are people on this earth that will only move because if they hear your voice. That's how important you are. And I need you to stop being afraid. I need you to stop feeling like you're not ready. I need you to stop feeling like you're not worthy. I need you to stop feeling like I feel like I'm not good enough. No, 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 no. You're good enough. And stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You are you. They are them. Okay? Walking your purpose on this Monday. I need you guys to start building your legacy today. And I need you to start with you first. And I need you to figure out what impact do you want to leave on this world when you are no longer here. How do you want your family life to change based upon what you're doing today? What are you doing? And I want you to drop the fear because you can and you will be successful. On that note, you guys, make sure to download the CTR Media Network app today because we are all about making a lasting impression that builds and creates a lasting impact. Our content creators, our podcasters, and TV hosts, we are on a mission to help the people that we are on this earth that we're supposed to help. So you'll get a variety of different perspectives and information based upon the show and what they actually bring to the table. We are very blessed to have some of the best content creators on the face of the planet, from the type of content that they bring as well as their featured guest that comes on their show. We not only have that, we have music and short films. We have workshops and events, which because sometimes you can't be at an event, and we also have those on our platform. We also have plain audio where you can listen. We have TV shows you can actually watch on any TV like Amazon Fire, Roku TV, Android TV, Apple TV. You can download us on the iOS app or your Android app today. Go ahead and take advantage of that because it's absolutely free. I want you to remember that success is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action right now. Your voice, your business, and your impact matters. I want you to keep pushing forward. I want you to stay motivated. I want you to make every day count. And I want you to know that you woke up and now it's time for you to win. We're here to empower you, uplift you, and help you achieve whatever your level of success and greatness is. Just go ahead and download the app today, and you guys have an amazing, fruitful, productive, prosperous beginning of your week that leads into the end of your week. You have what it takes. Do not be misled. You have what it takes inside of you to have the life that you desire for yourself now and that what you want to leave as your legacy when you're no longer here. I'll talk to you later. Have a great, amazing rest of your day. Bye.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.